they've been awesome. Such a good group of people, good family, and I'm excited to see them back here, and I love their support.
He just embodies so much of what is important to us as Yuengling, a family company, Americana. So it's been great.
Most people don't know this, but he now donates $1,500 for every Phillies win to Team Red, White, and Blue, which is a huge sum of money, right?
Especially this year.
Especially this year and last year.
If I'm going to leave Philadelphia, the only place I want to go, it would be the Dodgers. One, because I grew up as a Dodgers fan. Two, they had a really good team.
I'm Greg Murphy.
I'm Sam Stafford.
I'm Todd Zalecki.
This is Ruben Amaro.
I'm Jim Salisbury.
Hi, I'm Mike Bowman, President of Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Phillies Nation is presented by Valley Forge Tourism and Convention Board. Make it Montco.
A vacation in Montgomery County, PA is so affordable, you might lose your cool.
Oh, geez. Don't worry about it. It's free.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free? Yes!
Parking is free!
Free!
It's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
Philadelphia's favorite sports boutique and Wayne's favorite card store have joined forces to create an exciting new experience on the main line. Together, Shibe Vintage Sports and Wheelhouse Cards are offering fans a one-stop shop for throwback sports clothing, cards, memorabilia, and more, all the while supporting small community businesses. Be sure to check out their new locations in downtown Wayne, on Paoli Pike in Westchester, and online at shibesports.com.
Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. And tonight we are here in Fishtown at Brooklyn Bowl for the Aaron Nola Bowling for the Troops event, benefiting Team RWB and presented by Yuengling. And I got a chance to talk to Wendy Yuengling, Mike Irwin from Team RWB, and the man of the hour, Aaron Nola. So I know it's always special giving back and having a charity event and everything. What's it mean to have a baby now? It's got to be extra special, right?
Yeah, it's definitely extra special. She's obviously not going to remember it tonight, but it's really cool just for her to be with us for the first time, and hopefully for future to come, for years to come, this event. And hopefully when she gets older, she'll be able to remember everything and maybe be able to bowl.
Hey guys, I'm here with Wendy Yuengling, Chief Administrative Officer and 6th generation Yuengling family member. We can't leave that out. Wendy, what's it mean to be partnered with Aaron Nola and come to events like this?
It's been awesome. We've been partners with him for quite a few years. He's such a good brand ambassador for our brand lager and even light lager. He just embodies so much of what is important to us as Yuengling, a family company, Americana. So it's been great.
Was it a hard decision? You have a lot of Phillies to choose from. Why'd you guys go with Aaron Nola?
You know, I don't know. The chemistry was there. He and my dad met. They started talking, and you know, it's been a great partnership ever since.
I'm here with Mike Irwin, Lieutenant Colonel Mike Irwin, I should say. He's the founder and the director of the Team Red, White, and Blue. Mike, can you give us a background? How did you guys begin?
So way back in 2010, I just finished my 3rd rotation to Iraq or Afghanistan, and I realized that there wasn't an organization that helped veterans to stay physically active and connected in their community. And so that began very, very small, like every organization, and we've grown over the past 14 years to become this nationwide organization with local chapters that really works to help veterans be as healthy as they can after they hang up the uniform.
Awesome. And can you tell us how you became tied with Yuengling and Aaron Nola to host this awesome event?
So Yuengling's been one of our partners, actually dating way back to 2012 is when it started, but then with the headquarters in 2018, there's such a pro-Americana brand, right? The oldest brewery in America, and they love working with us. You know, our name is Team Red, White, and Blue, and our logo is an eagle. Like, their logo is an eagle. It just made a lot of sense. And they had a great relationship with Aaron. And when Aaron was starting to think about causes that he wanted to get behind, serving and supporting the military and veteran community was one of them. And so it was just a natural fit a couple of years ago. He started really small with, like, donating some money from like his fantasy baseball or his fantasy sports league that he was like in with his teammates. But then after that, like he started to say, I want to do more. And so most people don't know this, but he now donates $1,500 for every Phillies win to Team Red, White, and Blue, which is a huge sum of money, right? Which
especially
is
this year.
Especially this year and last year. And he's just been so amazing by also getting behind us by putting on events like this and bringing his teammates and his brand partners together to be able to come on out and to celebrate those who've served the nation.
You have a $60,000 donation you're giving tonight. Can you talk about what goes into that?
Yeah, so we've been partners with Team Red, White, and Blue for quite some time. So we did an event with them back in November at our new restaurant down in Tampa, and they were involved in our light lager jogger last month. So we've been really strong partners with them, helping them support veterans' lives, and you know that's very near and dear to us as America's oldest brewery.
Can you talk more about the connection that you guys had with the troops and veterans?
Yeah, so we've been involved with many military charities over the years, from Team Red, White, and Blue and TAPS, and even veterans clubs. So it's just important to us to support the men and women that allow us to be an American-owned and family-operated company.
They've been awesome. Such a good group of people, good family, and I'm excited to see them back here, and I love their support.
And so on behalf of Aaron and Hunter Nola, please come on up. We're very proud to make this contribution to Team Red, White, and Blue.
Five weeks ago here at Citizens Bank Park, we kicked off the Team Red, White, and Blue Old Glory Relay. This flag right here has been flown over combat operations in Iraq and Syria by Special Operations Forces. And we, over the past 5 weeks as an organization, hundreds of veterans joined forces to move this flag 1,600 miles. It actually finished at Wrigley Field on Saturday on Armed Forces Day. And so this flag is pretty well worn because of all the dirt and the dust from the roads between here and Chicago, I believe 7 different states. And so Aaron, if we could call you up, we want to present this flag to you as a token of our appreciation for all the incredible support you provided. So.
Now, before we jump into live auction, I just want to mention real quick what Aaron and Hunter have done. Last year, they donated over $200,000 to Team Red, White, and Blue. That's pretty incredible. And this year, Aaron is donating $1,500 per Phillies win, which as of today is over $50,000. Not his win, but Phillies wins. Pretty incredible.
And another terrific event there at the Brooklyn Bowl, benefiting Team RWB that continues to enrich our veterans' lives. We thank them for that. Thanks to Aaron Nola. Congratulations to him, to Yuengling, to his teammates as well. And thanks to Sam. What a great night. All right, time now to throw it over to Philadelphia's preeminent quizmaster. It's Johnny Goodtimes, and he's got some baseball trivia. And now let's kick it over to Philly's preeminent quizmaster, Johnny Goodtimes, for some baseball trivia.
Babe Ruth was the first Major League Baseball player to achieve the 500 home run milestone. Who was the second?
Phillies Nation is your source for breaking news, original analysis, trade insights, and more. With credentialed access, our team of writers brings you first-hand accounts from your favorite players on today's team, minor league prospects of the future, and Phillies alumni from the past. Join our community and connect with hundreds of thousands of diehard fans through our social media, road trips, tailgate parties, and charity events. Don't miss a thing. Be sure to visit PhilliesNation.com every single day.
Philadelphia's favorite sports boutique and Wayne's favorite card store have joined forces to create an exciting new experience on the main line. Together, Shibe Vintage Sports and Wheelhouse Cards are offering fans a one-stop shop for throwback sports clothing, cards, memorabilia, and more, all the while supporting small community businesses. Be sure to check out their new locations in downtown Wayne, on Paoli Pike in Westchester, and online at shibesports.com. Babe Ruth was the first Major League player to achieve the 500 home run milestone. Who was the second? Just a few years later, Jimmy Fox of the Philadelphia A's hit his 500th home run.
If you're a trivia buff, head to JohnnyGoodtimes.com to hire Johnny for your next company party or private event.
Name a woman.
A woman? Drew Stott, my wife. There we go. Joyce and Victorino, my mom.
Name a woman.
Any woman.
Evan Murray, my fiance. Soon to be Evan Stubbs.
A woman? Any woman?
Any woman.
My mom. Right on.
A woman?
Any woman.
My wife, Jessica.
Angelina Jolie.
That's a solid pick.
That's a good one, yeah.
Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. I'm Greg Murphy. Do people still collect baseball cards? Well, if you look on eBay, there are close to 6 million cards for sale. And it is a special kind of feeling when you track down that hard-to-find card. For most people, it's about the thrill of the hunt. And many enthusiasts say it's a great way to stay connected to your heroes out here on the field. We checked in with one of our partners, Wheelhouse, to find out more about this hobby.
Hi, I'm Charles with Wheelhouse. We are here at Wheelhouse Westchester location, and I wanted to talk a little bit about the store here. So we specialize in sports trading cards, as well as memorabilia and apparel. And if you come in, we have all different things to collect. We have baseball cards, we have basketball cards, football cards, hockey cards, soccer cards, and even Pokemon cards. Through the store, you can stop in. We have thousands of cards on the table. You can come in, you can sit down at a table, you can dig through single cards, ranging anywhere from $1 to a few $100s. We also have a full graded wall, which means that the cards have been set off to a third party and they've been authenticated based on the condition and the authenticity of the card. We have about 800 cards on the wall just to look over. You may remember opening up old wax packs with a piece of gum in it. Today, things have changed a bit. Topps is still the manufacturer of baseball cards. Predominantly, they have the license for all baseball cards, and they produce many different brands. So Topps specialty collections each year, they come out with 4 different sets. They come out with Series 1, Series 2, Topps Chrome, and Update. Those 4 are broken up throughout the year so that if you are a collector of a specific team or a player and maybe they change teams throughout the year, you can collect their new card in their new uniforms. We also specialize in basketball and football cards. That manufacturer is Panini. You may see that, it's a little yellow emblem, and they produce all of the licensed football and basketball cards. So baseball cards have been around for a very long time. They date back all the way to the late 1800s. And today, a lot has changed with baseball cards. We've really seen a new resurgence during the pandemic. When people were stuck at home and they were finding things to do, they stumbled upon their old collection and they fell in love all over again. So we've really seen the popularity come back with the local kids in the area. Dad fell upon their old collection, shared it with their kids, and now they've started it all over again. Our motto here at Wheelhouse is Cards and Community. And how we show that is through our events that we host in the community. We host trade days where kids 14 and under, they come in, they bring all their cards, they swap their cards with other kids. We make sure we approve each trade, make sure they're equitable on both sides, and make sure everybody's happy at the end. We also host birthday parties where you can host your birthday party here in store. We do pack wars, we do pizza, cake, and we make sure we entertain with some card trivia. We also partner with local charities, where we may partner with little leagues or local fundraising efforts where we provide memorabilia for silent auctions. You can stop in Wheelhouse to learn more about that. You can visit us at one of our 2 locations in Wayne or Westchester, and coming soon in Ardmore. If you're interested in following along with our events and what we do here at Wheelhouse, you can visit us at wheelhousecards.com or follow us along on our social channels on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at Wheelhouse Cards.
When an Uber driver asks what your job is, what do you say?
Who knows? It changes every time. Usually like a computer tech or something.
Anything but baseball player. Just probably a random conversation and start something.
Mechanic. It's the first thing that I just thought of. I just lie every time.
I used to say that I was a dolphin trainer because I'm from San Diego. So it was an easy go-to, and I knew a lot of stuff about San Diego, not so much about dolphins, but it was also funny and started some interesting conversations.
Recently, we caught up with a few fans in the parking lot to find out their favorite moment from last season.
Yeah, no, last year on May 7th, on my birthday, we came, and it was a pretty good game. We won. So hopefully we get a win tonight.
Bedlam at the bank. Bryce Harper home run sending us to the World Series. Are you kidding me? That was amazing.
Well, Bryce Harper's grand slam.
That was good.
Yeah, I was at the game where he stared down Acuna. That was a great game.
I love when they win. Last Red October.
Yeah,
right? We went to a lot of games
to the Super Bowl and celebrating at all the
World
local
Series.
the World Series. Sorry.
And now a crazy Philadelphia sports story.
Have you ever partied so hard pregame that you didn't make it past halftime? Well, it happens to the best of us, and sometimes it's captured on national TV. It was November 23rd, 1970, and the Eagles were playing on Monday night. Before the game, famed announcer Howard Cosell and Eagles owner Leonard Toast shared some pregame cocktails. And if you know anything about Leonard Toast, nothing was small time with him. Toast was extravagant and spent lavishly on charities, women, and divorces, alcohol, and gambling. He accumulated so much debt that he considered moving the Eagles to Phoenix in 1984. Well, Cosell and Toast partied so hard pregame that during the first half, Howard Cosell was severely slurring his words and making nonsensical comments. After throwing up on color commentator Don Meredith's Cowboy boots, Cosell was removed from the broadcast.
You're watching Phillies Nation! Woo!
From Octavius Cotto to Connie Mack to Edith Houghton, it's always been about more than baseball in Philadelphia. That's why, in the spirit of those pioneers, Shibe Vintage Sports is a proud supporter of the Anderson Monarchs youth baseball program in South Philly. We believe that it's important to honor the past and also invest in the future. You too can support youth baseball in Philly. For every Philadelphia Star shirt sold, a portion will be donated to the Anderson Monarchs. Visit shibesports.com.
A vacation in Montgomery County, PA is so affordable, you might lose your cool.
Oh, geez. Don't worry about it. It's free.
Feel free to explore the soldiers' huts.
Free?
Yes! Parking is free! Free! It's free!
With so many affordable things in Montgomery County, go ahead. Freak out.
How do they do that?
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. I'm Greg Murphy. Time now to check in with the guys from the Phillies Show. Todd Zalecki, Jim Salisbury, and Ruben Amaro Jr.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Phillies Show with Ruben Amaro Jr., Jim Salisbury. I'm Todd Zalecki. We have a very special Phillies Show for you today. Chase Utley, greatest second baseman in franchise history, 2008 World Series champion. No doubt about it. Phillies Wall of Famer, potential Hall of Famer, was just in town recently to promote the 2024 London series between the Phillies and Mets, June 8th and 9th at London Stadium. While he was here, Chase was gracious enough with his time to sit down with Ruben, Jim, and I.
You're in town to promote the London series. How excited are you to have the Phillies come to town and play in this? Last year it was the Cubs and the Cardinals. This has got to be a bigger thrill for you, I imagine.
Yeah, much bigger thrill. First of all, thanks for having me on the show. It's good to connect with you guys. It's been a little while.
Yeah.
But yeah, happy to be back in town and really fired up that the Phillies are coming to London. You guys know this, but I've been there now. My wife, Jen, and the kids, we've been there for almost 2 years, exploring Europe, also promoting baseball, and the fact that the Phillies are coming to town playing against their nice rival, the Mets. It's really exciting.
You knew what's this stadium like? Is it a soccer stadium? What are we going to see when they play ball?
Yeah, right now it's a soccer stadium. It was built for the Olympics when the Olympics were in London. So it's one of the only stadiums in and around London that could fit a baseball field because it had a track around it. So they converted it into a baseball field or a baseball pitch, if you will, meaning that's what they call the field in Europe. And it's gonna be nice. It's actually, when you walk in, you would think that the field belongs there all the time. You wouldn't be able to tell that it was produced over a 2-week period, and then they're going to tear it down and turn it back into a soccer field. So it's pretty unique.
I remember Phil Sheridan tells this story all the time. When the night you got traded to the Dodgers, I don't know how late you stayed after the game, but you made a point to sign maybe 25 bats, and I think you might have personalized each one to everybody in the clubhouse, from Frank and Phil and Daniel Rourke to the Bat Boys.
Yeah.
Right?
I did.
That's important stuff for you to do.
It was, because like I said before, these guys they're in it, right? They're not the stars of the show. They don't get much recognition at all. But they are part of our success. They make our lives easier. They handle whatever we ask them to handle. They handle it. And I mean, through the course of the full season, you're traveling all the time. You have families. You have kids. You don't feel great every single day. So these guys are there, and they're there before any player's there, and they're there way longer than after anyone leaves. So they're grinding it, and they deserve attention. So I had a ton of bats that were getting not much use because I wasn't hitting the ball very hard. So I grabbed them all.
Might as well get rid of them.
I grabbed them all and addressed them to a bunch of different. I don't remember exactly who it was, but it was quite a few.
I was talking to Scott Sheridan, the athletic trainer, and you spent a lot of time with him.
I did.
But in that vein, how about how those relationships build? They're there for you guys, and they help you. He once gave you a great compliment. He said, Chase never left the athletic training room without saying thank you. Was that night kind of surreal, the night you were traded? Because I remember you were leaning on the railing, and there was nothing official. We were bugging the heck out of
We were so, yeah.
Ruben, what's going on? He was not taking phone calls. He was ignoring us.
That was a really fun day.
And, yeah.
Nothing fun about it.
And then, the word is kind of out there, but it's not official. And then I actually remember you walking out, you shook the pitcher's hand after I think you guys won, and walking back to the dugout steps, and you gave the crowd a little wave, and I'm like, this thing is done.
Yeah. I mean, I have to go back in time.
I don't remember everything about it, but we had some discussions, and we had talked. Obviously, you had no trade clause and all that other business. And,
it was a whirlwind of a few months, to be honest with you.
Yep.
It was trying to go back. So I remember I got off to a really terrible start, one that I couldn't even fathom. And the team was obviously not playing as well as it had been in previous years, and it was kind of trending down. And as a player, you feel like I'm going to snap out at any minute, no big deal. Everyone's going to fill in, and we're going to figure this out. As a player, you don't see the bigger picture, right? Now that I'm out of the game, you can kind of oversee and go, okay. You kind of see the landscape, and you can kind of guess how it's going to trend. So I never wanted to leave Philadelphia.
No, and he did. He made that very clear when we had discussions. It was something that Chase never really wanted to do, and I frankly did not think it was the greatest thing either. But we thought, for us at the time, one was be the right thing for us, and two be the right thing for him, because I think it would give him an opportunity to go to a place where he would have a chance to win again, and with somebody in Andrew Friedman who coveted him in a way that was really pretty special, and that was something that I sort of had to convince, if I remember right, you of, and what he meant and what he was about, and that kind of stuff, because that was important to you.
It was important
because of the culture of the team that you've been playing with.
Yeah, for sure. And going back, I never want to leave. We had a few different discussions. Remember, John was in a few different discussions, and listen, now I completely understand the landscape. At the time, I did not understand it as well as I do now. Trending differently. Some of these younger guys have to play this older guy that's that's clearly, obviously trending down in his career. Like, let's get these younger guys in there, get the old dude out of here, get him to a place where he can. I'm not saying I'm get him to a place where he has a chance to win, because that's ultimately at that point that's what you're working out in the off season for, grinding for, being away from your family. You're there, for me at least, was to win another championship.
And it was your hometown team. It was probably the one team you would have said yes to.
Well, yeah. So there was, I don't know if Ruben's ever said, but there were a few opportunities to go other places. And because I had a no trade clause, I said no, which made Ruben's life probably a lot harder. At that time, I didn't care. Listen, I'm not going there just because you want to, I don't know what the right term, rebuild, kind of go in a different direction. I was going to be a little selfish in that state where I don't want to go to X, Y, and Z. Even though they want me, I don't necessarily want them.
Welcome back to Phillies Nation, presented by Valley Forge Tourism. I'm Greg Murphy. But that's all the time we have on today's show. But don't worry, we're working on some special stories over the next couple of weeks we think you're going to enjoy. So for now, for Sam Stafford, I'm Greg Murphy saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week right here on the show.
How do they do that?